The only thing I can think of is 120. Because if it's... Because you can mix colors. I put in 120, thank you very much. I know I did put it in as a solution. You did it. 6 red pots and 6 blue pots give a total cost of 120. Mixing 1 pot of red paint with 1 pot of blue paint gives 2 pots worth of purple paint. Alright. But that's what I... Screw this game. I know I did that. I know I put 120 in. Hey guys, Zack here. Welcome back to Layton's Mystery Journey. It's that time of the month again, which means it's time to go back into the world of Professor Layton. And this time we're going to be tackling case 6. Something's been stolen from the brand new vault at Layman's Reserve Bank. Can Cat get it back? Well, let's find out. Let's investigate. Investigate this case. Yes, we're doing that. Alright. It's a cutscene. Or not. Is this definitely the place Inspector Hastings asked us to meet him, Ernest? Yes, miss. In front of the Layman's Reserve Bank, they said. Well, it doesn't appear to be open yet. I wonder what the inspector wants. Maybe it's some problem at the bank. I don't trust banks. Apart from Barclays, it's all in the name. Well, he didn't mention anything like that. He just telephoned the agency and asked us to meet him here. That was all. Okey-doke. He's always doing this. The man never gets to the point. Well, anyway, it's a pretty impressive building, isn't it? Yes, it's amazing to think that just 10 years ago, no one had ever heard of the Layman's Reserve Bank. Well, this building doesn't look new. I expect the bank bought it from somebody else, that's why. It's very important for a bank to portray the right image, you see, Cheryl. It's in its name, its logo, and its office buildings. Barclays just has the kennel in its logo. I like it. Oh, there's Inspector Hastings now, coming out from inside the bank. Yes, and he looks troubled. I smell a case in the making. I wonder what it's going to be. Well, I already know the answer to that. Up there he is. There's Hastings. Oh, there you are, Cat. Thanks for coming. Good morning, Inspector. You have a new case for me, I take it? I forget the voice I gave this guy. Spot on. In fact, you were just asked for personally. You mean somebody else asked for me to investigate? Not you? Spot on again. Your little agency is getting quite a name for itself now. I say I'd get in touch with you on the gentleman's behalf. I feel quite pleased with myself as it happens. Well, I'm glad the agency is becoming more widely known, but I'm not sure what that has to do with you, Inspector. Well, I'm the one who caught you up to great puzzle-solving abilities, aren't I? Takes a keen eye to spot a good investigator, Cat. He knows how to blow his own trumpet, explains the big nose. Mean? Well, it's jolly good news that the agency is getting the recognition it deserves, don't you think? It's a tribute to your wonderful detective skills, Miss Layton. Blimey, listen to me, Gasson. Come on, we better go in. The gentleman in question has specifically requested we keep this investigation hush-hush. Mum's the word, alright? Yes, Mum. Well, I'll go in and see what I can find about this, then. Ah. Okay, we're just going straight inside. So we gotta keep the investigation... Oh, it's my favorite bunny, Lilette! It's Eddie! Hi, Eddie! Oh, Mr. Tor, I didn't know you banked here. Oh, hello, Miss Layton. I don't know where I'm at, to be honest. May set this puzzle and I just can't solve it. Really? Mr. Rector set the puzzles? Sometimes, yes. You can't help me solve it, could you? Here, let me show you how. Alright. We got a puzzle already off the bat. Puzzle 6 to mine, the money of color. Ah. There's a wall with 12 suckers that need to be painted, just like the one in the picture. Red around the outside edges on the left, blue around the outside edges on the right, and purple in the center. A pot of paint for each section costs 10 for red, and 10 for blue, and 30 for purple. How much is the paint going to cost? Ah. 10? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that's 50. 100. Pretty sure it's 160. There we go. Pretty sure that's correct.
This should do it, I think.
It's not?
What's the matter with me today?
Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. Alright, if you just buy pots of paint to match the colors shown in the picture, it will cost 160. Ah. Oh, I get it. Ah. I get it. Let's see. No. One, two, three, 50, 100. 140. Because you can mix red and blue to make purple. Right? That should be it.
This is an interesting one.
No?
Not good, Catriel, not
No! No! Oh. Wait a minute. There's a trick here, isn't it? There's a pot of paint for one section each, right? Wait. Is the picture already painted?
This is an interesting one. Not good,
Apparently not.
Good.
I am terrible. Uh, 12 sections that need to be painted, just like the one in the picture.
This should do it, I think. What's the matter with me today?
Apparently I am wrong. What am I doing wrong? Do I have enough hidden coins to do this? I might need a hint. Oh, I have one hint coin. You need enough paint to color 5 red sections, 5 blue sections, and 2 purple sections. This hint didn't help. Let's see. Well, let's see. The only thing I can think of is 120. Because you can mix colors. I put in 120, thank you very much. I know I did put it in as a solution. You did it. 6 red pots and 6 blue pots give a total cost of 120. Mixing 1 pot of red paint with 1 pot of blue paint gives 2 pots worth of purple paint. Alright. But that's what I... Screw this game. I know I did that. I know I put 120 in. Or did I? Maybe I put... No, I might have miscounted. The money color. There, that's how it's done. Is that a help, Mr. Tor? Brilliant, you made that look so easy. I suppose you detectives are primed for puzzle solving. I'll bear your mind next time I'm stuck. Okay. What else? Who are you? Heh, 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 heh. Is it a private joke or is it something you can share? Ah. You scared me. Anyway, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried, but I am sort of curious. The sign on the door says it's closed, but I saw a woman inside before. In other words, it's closed. Open bracket. Unless we like you and we want to let you in. Close bracket. Thanks. Alright, let's go inside. Since that's what we need to do. Low battery on my controller, apparently. Gosh, it feels deserted here without any customers, doesn't it? Yeah. Did I just forget to plug this in? I'm gonna... Hold on a second, I'm gonna swap up my controllers. Hold on. Well, this is a rarity. I actually had to swap out to my Joy-Cons. That's not something I normally do, but that's something I apparently need to do. Where was I? Yeah, I just read this. Oh, there's a woman over there, though. Look. Yeah, she's not a customer. That's the general manager of the bank. The general manager? She's very important, then. You said it, Sunshine. The Layman's review our bank as branches all over the country. Each one is as a branch manager, and the lay there is the manager of all those managers. The gentleman who asked for this investigation said she'd fill us in on all the details. Alright then, let's go get filled in. Who are you? Hello, I understand that you're the general manager of the bank? That's right, love. And who are you, coming in here with your dirty dog? We're not open to the public yet. I'm sorry? Gosh, have we done something to offend? No, sorry, madame. She's not a member of the public. She is the detective who will be investigating the case for you. Detective? This little girl? Are you sure she's up to the task? This is a very complicated case, you know. I do understand, ma'am, but I assure you, Miss Layton here is highly accomplished and revealed. Well, let's hope so, because I demand perfection. Any slip-ups, and I'll have to ask you to drop it. Please, rest assured, I'll solve the case for you, perfectly. Of course, I'll need you to give me as many details as you can first. Would that be alright? Yes, I suppose so, Miss Layton, was it? Yes, Cottrell Layton, of the Layton Detective Agency. And my assistant here is Ernest Greaves. Hello, I'm Bianca Teller. As you already know, Miss Layton, I'm the general manager of the Layman Reserve Bank. Oh, please, call me Cottrell. No, I'd rather not. First names can be a source of confusion. Using people's full names is the perfect solution. This husky is a real barrier of laughs, isn't she? You said it. Well then, perhaps you could explain to us exactly what the problem is? It's a sensitive matter, to be treated with complete discretion. Do you understand? Your secrets are safe with me. As safe as this bank's vault. Are you being sarcastic? No, I wasn't meaning to be. Is there some problem with the bank's vault then? Yes, I pride myself on the perfect security measures here, but we've been the victims of grand larceny. Ah, so that joke fell flat because that's exactly what happened. I say, someone robbed the bank? Not surprising. You see it all the times in movies and shit. It makes perfect sense. How much was taken? 100 million sterling in notes. I see. 100 million. That's a big number, right? Wait, 100 million? Alright. Case 6, an unexpected windfall. Alright. Did you just say 100 million, Cheryl? I don't think I could have heard her correctly. How much is 100 million? How many bags of dog biscuits would that buy? That would buy you all the dog biscuits manufacturers in the world, Cheryl. Really? I don't think I could eat all of them. Are you talking to your dog? Yes. It's not weird, I promise. You do realize the gravity of this case, don't you? It could undermine the whole bank. Trust me to get lumbered with a detective who talks to her dog. I asked for her especially, Bianca. Oh, Mr. Sloanes. I wasn't expecting you, sir. Weren't you? It's my bank that's been wronged, isn't it? Don't want the boss breathing down your neck, is that it? No, of course not, sir. Well, you clearly aren't taken with my chosen detective, that's for sure and certain. Oh, no, sir. I'm sure you've chosen perfectly. I'll cooperate with Miss Layton in any way I can. Glad to hear it, lass, because she'll be handling this investigation alongside a good gentleman from Scotland Yard. Oh, yes, of course, sir. I'm sure they'll get to the bottom of it. Were his boots not shiny when he walked in here, or has someone been licking them? Ugh. Well, at least it means he'll stop treating Miss Layton like a schoolgirl. If you'll excuse me then, Miss Layton. Now that Mr. Sloane is here, I must be getting on. Oh, sorry, I hope we haven't kept you. It's just that the branch manager has to be taken into hospital, you see. Gosh, people sustained injuries in the accident? No, the doctors say it's not too serious, but he hasn't regained consciousness yet. So I'm having to fill in for him at the moment. I see. Well, you're obviously very busy. Excuse me then, sir. I'll get on. So, we haven't properly been introduced yet, have we? I'm Grant Sloanes, owner of this bank. I have a few businesses, actually. This is just one of them. It were Madame DeBlay who told me about you. So when I spoke to Inspector Hastings, I made sure he understood I wanted you on the case. Well, that's very kind of you, Mr. Sloanes. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations. He certainly looks the part, doesn't he? He's a giant. He really packs a punch. He'll punch you if he hears you, Pinstripes. Hey, what's that, lad? Oh, nothing. I mean, nothing. Ha ha ha. I believe I've seen you before, Mr. Sloanes, at the premiere of No Sub for Love, was it? At the Savoy? Oh, yes, that's right. You solved that one as well, if I'm not mistaken. Does that mean you're one of the so-called 7 dragons? Haha, well, it's not a title I have chosen for myself, but yes, people do call me that. Anyway, enough chat. Let's get down to business. Yes, of course. Miss Teller informs us you had a break-in? That's an understatement. 100 million quid's hardly a break-in. Anyway, break-in, burglary, grand larceny, whatever you want to call it, it needs sorting and fast. So, first things first, let me show you our young detective here the vault where the money was, Inspector. Right you are, Mr. Sloanes. I've already got the lads from the Scotland Yard investigating down there. It's in the basement, of course. I'll explain more once we're down there. Alright. Alright, what else you got? Like I said, I'll explain more about the case. Okay, so we gotta move down to the vault then. We can't actually... Alright, down to the basement then! That's pretty empty inside. So this is where the incident took place. That's the master vault in the Layman's Reserve Bank. 100 million quid in cash went missing from inside there. I say, it's enormous. That's not a vault, that's a room. It was discovered and missing early this morning. Looks like a classic case of grand larceny. So, we gotta catch the crook who did it and get the dough back as quickly as possible, Cat. You say people from Scotland Yard are already investigating the vault, Inspector? Have you found any evidence that might suggest who did this? Not a flaming sausage. It would have taken a pro to crack this safe, that's for sure. But even pros leave a trail usually. Well, not this time. That is strange. I'll need to ask some questions. Just before you do, love. Yes, Mr. Sloanes? I think I'd like to see this great mind of yours in action first. Let's see if you can solve this brain teaser. It's not that I doubt your abilities, don't worry. I hear nothing but good things about you. But I never deal with anyone until I've seen them roll up their sleeves and get their hands dirty with my own eyes. Alright, so you don't trust anybody's skills unless you've seen it personally. Alright, that's understandable. Password ABCs. Alright. Now, what was the password to safe? It's 6 letters long and uses the letters A, B, and C. Use the pointers on the memo to figure out the correct password to open the safe. The same letter is repeated twice in a row in 2 different places. The same letter never appears 3 times or more in a row. The letters A and C appear with the same frequency, with less than the frequency of the letter B. After C, there's always an A. Huh. The same letter is repeated twice in a row in 2 different places. Never appears more than 3 times. A and C appear with the same frequency. After C, there's always an A. Well... let me guess. Oh, that's not it.
This should do it, I think.
No?
What's the matter with me today?
Alright. Bad luck, the safest trifling. I could have sworn that was it. Well, if that's not it, then...
This should do it, I think.
nope.
What's the matter with me today?
That's not it either. Same letters repeated twice in a row in 2 different places. The same letter never appears more than twice in a row. The letters A and C appear with the same frequency. I think I get it. So B. Okay, I made him goof. Alright. That should do her?
This is an interesting one.
That's it.
Any mystery
Alright.
or any puzzle solved.
Alright, that one was just me goofing. And I realized that I got the puzzle wrong. It was less than the frequency of B, not more. And they also had to match. The light shines brightly and the safe opens. What could be inside? Stuff? Alright. Well, Mr. Soames, I hope that instilled some confidence in you about my abilities. And he's not saying anything. Oh, golly, what's wrong? He's just glaring at us. Miss Layton. I don't understand. She solved the puzzle. Why is he looking so fierce? Cracking stuff, love. That's just what I was expecting. Even better. Oh. I think he was pleased. That was his pleased look. Remind me to never to look when he's upset. Yeah, if that's his happy face, if that was his happy look, then why would I can't imagine what he would look like if he was upset. Alright, thank you. So, will you tell us the details of the case now? Of course, gladly. The mystery of the missing 100 million. It's up to you to solve it now. I'll do my very best to confine this mystery to history, Mr. Soames. Alright. What are we looking for? It's a very impressive looking vault, Mr. Soames. Yes, this is the Hermit 5000. Hermetically sealed and totally indestructible. You could fire a shell from a tank at this thing and the contents would be unharmed. In fact, it's not really enough to call it a vault. This thing is a fortress. Wowee, does it really need to be so tough? I made it myself, lad. Well, one of the companies I owned did anyway. So he designed the vault personally to protect everybody's millions. So it's a personal insult to him that his vault failed. Really, you own a company that makes vaults for banks? Let me tell you something, lad. It's not just people's money that a bank's vault keeps safe. It's the bank's integrity and its customers' trust. Oh, that would be a smashing slogan for your new vault. So as soon as we completed the manufacture of the Hermit 5000, I had installed you in the bank. I thought it would give our customers even more peace of mind. That's what I thought. I can't believe it's been breached so easily. I misjudged that one, and no mistake. So it's the latest model, this vault. Alright. Okay. You found a cool latest vault model, which means it couldn't have been busted in easily. The bank's Hermet 5000 is the latest model of vault and made by another of Sloan's companies. It opens with a code and there's no sign of forced entry. So it's the latest model. Can't really be destroyed. Can't really be broken into very easily. Alright. What about the vault itself? You never normally have the chance to see inside a bank's vault, would you? This isn't a vault, that's an airplane hangar, isn't it? Gosh, imagine if you were shut inside there by mistake. That would be a jolly frightening, wouldn't it? Okay. What about you, sir? I understand you were the first person on the scene, is that right? You're a security guard here, aren't you? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I still can't believe it. How could this have happened? That's where we're trying to find out. Could you tell us what you saw this morning, please? Well, it's my job to keep watching the foyer area overnight, see? From when the bank closes one day to the next morning. I was keeping a lookout all night, but I swear I never spotted nothing strange. Then early in the morning, Mr. Shinplaster showed up as usual. He's the boss, see? And does Mr. Shinplasters always come in early to work? Yeah, he's always very busy, so he usually tries to get in before everyone else. He must have had something to do with the vault, because he went straight into the foyer and headed downstairs. Not long after that, I heard him cry out, so I ran down here as quick as I could. And when I got here, the vault door was wide open. Did you look inside the vault at that time? Well, I was worried, see? I thought there might be a robber in there or something. But I thought I should be brave, so I just peeked in quickly. And that's when I saw the body flat out on the floor. But that was actually Mr. Shinplaster's, wasn't it? It was, yeah. And there was no one else about it all. Not in the vault or out of it. What did you do next? I dialed 999 straight away, of course. And then I called Miss Teller. She's the general manager. You're supposed to call the general manager if there's anything not right, see? When she showed up and saw the vault, she nearly had a heart attack. 100 million quid gone! So it was Miss Teller who first realized how much was missing. Yeah, it's not my business knowing how much is stashed in the vault, see? Then the boys in blue showed up, the ambulances. It was like carnival around here. And that's all I can tell you. And it is right that Mr. Shinplaster still has regained consciousness. That's what I would told you, yeah. He broke both legs as well, but they said it wasn't life-threatening. There's a good chance he saw the culprit, though. What a dreadful shame we can't get a statement from him. Yes, that's frustrating. Still, we must push on with the investigation as best we can. Just look at how thick and heavy this door is. The vault door can only be unlocked by entering the correct passcode. And the only 3 people who know that code are Mr. Soames himself, Miss Teller, who you met before, and the manager of this branch, and Mr. Shinplasters, who's now in hospital, of course. So in other words, no one can open the vault apart from those 3 people. I see. When the security guard noticed there was a problem this morning, he found the vault door open already. And the branch manager was out cold on the floor. So presumably he was the one who opened the vault then. That's the only explanation we've been able to come up with so far, yeah. We had a good look at the vault door, but there's no signs of it being forced or jimmied in any way. A great big door like this one would be impossible to force open, surely. Exactly, so either Shinplasters was coerced into opening the vault, or the criminal slipped in after he'd opened it for himself. That's the only 2 possible explanations as far as I can tell, right? Yes. Hello, what have we here? Miss Layton and her trusty assistant are screams, I see. Hello, PC Pete. This is an amazing vault, isn't it? Although I imagine opening and closing it must be hard work. Aha! I had the self-same thought when I saw how thick the door was, but it turns out it's motorized. As you have to do is enter a code and press a button, and presto, it opens automatically. So you don't need to be big and burly to open the vault then. I see. Not at all, Miss Layton. Even you'd be able to open it, if you knew the code. Fascinating. After everything we've been told so far, this does seem like a rather strange case, doesn't it? There's no trace of a robbery at all, not a single scrap of evidence. That's exactly the problem we've been facing in our investigation, Sunshine. Well, before we give up hope, let's just look around inside the vault. That would be alright, wouldn't it, Mr. Soames? Of course. I'll give you the guy a tour. Oh, inside the vault. Okie doke. Into the vault we go. Alright, there's none. This is kind of an interesting case. How does 100 million quid just go missing without anybody noticing and with no forced entry? So this is what it's like inside a vault, looks like. It's enormous, isn't it? And it's so shiny. The entire thing is made of metal. Not surprising. That's for security. The walls are just as thick as the door and made of heavy plate. How can anyone manage to steal anything from such an impenetrable box? The answers are locked within, Ernest. That's why we need to investigate. Oh. Well, there's definitely the body. Oh golly, is this the chalk outline of Shin Plasters, the branch manager? Yep, this is where he was found this morning. It looks like he hit his head when he fell to the floor and knocked himself out. So they took him in an ambulance, like I said. I'm not surprised he knocked himself out. Everything in this room is made of metal. It's very easy to knock yourself out if you pass out in here. I had the lads mark out where he was found, just in case it turns out to be important. It rather marks look like a murder scene, doesn't it? Brr. Luckily, I don't think there's any chance of that. They said his injuries aren't life-threatening. But he hasn't regained consciousness yet, has he? Nope, the bloke's been away with the fairies ever since he was discovered. Which is a red pain in terms of my investigation. If I could just ask him what he saw, we would be in a much better position. Huh. What's this fan? I say, what an incredibly large fan. That, lad, is the heart of the Hermit 5000's ventilation system. The air temperature and humidity are kept constant at all times. But why do you need air conditioning in a vault? People only come in for a short period of time, surely. We don't just keep cash in our bank's vault, you see. We store expensive jewelry and works of art for our customers, too. Things like that can be ruined, even the slightest variation in temperature and humidity. Hence the fan, so it keeps everything at a consistent 72 degrees, I'm assuming. So that nothing ever gets ruined or melted or anything like that. It keeps everything nice and perfect. It keeps everything in a nice, perfect little row so that nothing ever gets ruined. Makes sense. The Hermit 5000 is just as strong as an ox, as gentle as a lamb to things inside as well. Oh, I see. Yes, rather like the air conditioning that's used in museums and art galleries, of course. That's the idea, lad, yes. Although I have to confess, the fan's been on a blink a bit recently, so we had to turn it off. Obviously, that doesn't affect the security of the vault in any way, though. I see, so the air inside the vault is managed using that large fan which is connected to the ventilation system. Fascinating. Alright, so there is a big-ass ventilation fan. Yeah, okay. Part of the air conditioning system used to maintain temperature and humidity levels inside the vault to prevent paper and other materials being damaged. Okay. Okay, so that's interesting. Look, miss, gold bullion bars, and so many of them. Yes, that's what I expect to see inside a large bank's vault, really. What is it? Have you spotted something, Cat? How long has this bullion been in the vault, Inspector? Do you know? They told me it's been sitting here for about a month now. In other words, the thief or thieves who stole the 100 million pounds would have also seen this gold, wouldn't they? Yeah, that's true, but Miss Teller informs me that every bar's accounted for. No gold was taken. Why, though? Was the thief... What thief wouldn't be dazzled by all these gold bars? Yeah, that's a bit odd, come to mention it. I have had it away, and no mistake. I mean, it's not that that's overcrossed my mind. Ever. I was just speaking hypothetically, alright? I think even you struggle to make off with this much gold, Inspector. It's extremely heavy. Yeah, but gold is kind of the butter of metal. It is the butter of the metal world. It is very squishy in terms of every other metal. I kid you not, you could probably cut it with a knife. That's how soft it is. It's not something you want to try to move in a hurry. Yeah, that makes sense. It would have been slowed whoever it was down too much. So you think that's why the gold was left untouched and only the readies got taken, do you? It's only a theory, but yes, we won't know for sure until we've investigated more thoroughly. Huh. Well, your vault is every bit as impressive inside as out, Mr. Sloan. Well, that's kind of you to say so, lass. The Hermit 5000 is a proud achievement for our company, I must admit. Or should I say it was. The fact that security has been breached like this is a flaming embarrassment, to be frank. And as for the 100 million, I won't beat around the bush. This could very well be the end of the Layman's Reserve Bank. So we've got to find out whoever this is to bring this scumbag to justice. Ah! I do my very best to solve the case for you, Mr. Stones. Please rest assured. Ah, sorry about that. I got a little hot under the collar. It's okay. That happens. Especially if somebody makes off with all of your stuff. I would imagine if somebody took all of your money that you're supposed to be keeping safe for other people, you'd be pretty pissed. Yeah, because if that's hot under the collar, I still don't want to see him angry. And a hint coin. Alright. Well, the fan's out cold. Inspector Hastings, were these pallets in position like this when the vault was discovered open this morning? Absolutely. Apart from taking the unconscious Mr. Shinplasters away in an ambulance, the scene's exactly as it was found. Apparently, the missing money was stacked up on these pallets here. The banknotes weren't inside a case or a box or anything then? Nope, not according to Miss Teller's statement anyway. All those notes would have been rather heavy, wouldn't they? One person alone couldn't have taken them all, surely. Perhaps we're looking for a group of robbers. That's a fair point, Sunshine. Bank dice are often carried around out by more than one person. There's a good chance you're right. Huh. Hello, Mr. Booker. Hello, DC Booker. So you're working on this case, are you? Could you tell us what you found out, Constable? Of course. Well, I've interviewed a number of key people, and, oh, yes, here it is. Apparently, there were works of art and very expensive pieces of jewelry in the vault here as well as the gold. However, the thief or thieves only took banknotes to the volume of, 100 million sterling. So everything else was untouched. It is peculiar in that. Perhaps whoever it was just couldn't be bothered to go through all the drawers. There are a lot of them. Don't assume the criminal was as bonile as you, Cat. Perhaps it was just a matter of not having enough time to take anything other than the banknotes. Pinstripes could have a point there, though. Well, according to what it says here, works of art and things can be hard to sell without leaving a trail, you see. Yes, that could be why only the cash was taken. Apart from that, it just says here that I need to carry on investigating the inside of the vault. So... I think we've seen enough in here for now. Oh, Miss Layton, have you worked out who did it already? No, I couldn't say that just yet. We still need to do a little more investigative work first. Well, I'm afraid I've got a few business matters to see to, so I'll have to leave you to it if that's all right. Absolutely. You can leave this in our hands, Mr. Sloan. Thank you, Miss Layton, and good luck. Right then, ta-ta for now. With his bank 100 million down, I say he's got more than a few business matters to attend to. So then, Cat, as a result of our investigation so far, here's my theory as to what must have happened. You have a theory, Inspector? What do you look so surprised for? I'm a detective inspector, Cat. What I reckon is the thief, or thieves, must have snuck into the bank sometime last night. Then he or she, or they, waited for the branch manager to come in the morning, when he or she, or they, forced them to enter the security code. Now, he or she, or they, only nicked the cash because it was the first thing he or she, or they, saw. And he or she, or they, didn't bother with the gold because it would have slowed him or them down too much during the getaway. In the end, he or she, or they, botched some plasters all over the and made a run for it. Well, what do you reckon? I think I nailed it. He or she, or they, could have done that. But is that really what happened, I wonder? Well, you think I'm wide on the mark, do you? Well, the security guard was in the foyer from the close of business yesterday right through until this morning. But he claims there was nothing unusual in all in that time, doesn't he? Well, yeah, but... Not to mention the fact that immediately after the incident this morning, he said he didn't see anyone other than Mr. Shinplasters. So apart from being long-winded, your theory also fails to explain how she or they got in and out of the bank unnoticed. I suppose you got a point there. Back to the drawing board, then. What a shame. The bank will be in terrible trouble if you don't solve this soon. A theft of 100 million pounds is going to be a headline news all over the capital. Well, that's why this is so hush-hush. The press can't get a hold of it. So you mean this incident hasn't been made public yet? Of course not! Do you know how bad that would look? Everybody, if somebody found out that a bank was suddenly down 100 million pounds in a single night, that would be a problem for a lot of people. And a lot of people would notably get very upset, and there would be a bank run on our hands. And then the bank would go out of business. It's happened before with the Great Depression. It can happen again. No, Miss Teller's been pretty noisy about making sure we understand that's how it has to stay. It's bad news for the bank, this. I'll say, if it's not dealt with in a proper way, it could mean they have to close down even. So like I said before, mum's the word, got it? But as an officer of the law, I'm only at liberty to keep this from the public for 24 hours, so we gotta find the dough before the end of the day. Just to make sure you don't go telling your neighbors about this or anything, alright? Well, she said you'd be in your office if you need her. Alright then, shall we head up there now? You go ahead, I'm gonna stay here and push out with the investigation of the crime scene. Huh. Bank robber. Who could have robbed it, though? That's my question. Found a clue, bank robber. Alright. Whoever executed this heist somehow managed to get into the bank, open the vault, incapacitate the manager, and make off with 100 million in notes. Ah, there's your office. Alright, well, there's not much else I can do about this. We gotta go to the general manager's office, so let's go. Alright, we've got 3 out of 4 pieces of the case done. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Excuse the intrusion, but... Oh, Mr. Sloanes is in here, too. Looks like he's deep in conversation with Miss Teller at the moment. Let me make one thing perfectly clear, Bianca. You're the general manager of the Layman's Reserve Bank, so you have to take responsibility when problems like this arise. If it gets out that we've lost 100 million quid, there will be a rush on the bank. All our customers will want to take their deposits away. Exactly the point I just made a few minutes ago to everybody watching at home. And if that happens, we're finished. Am I getting through to you? Loud and clear, Mr. Sloanes. Alright then, good. We've got a lot of faith in you, though, Bianca. You'll weather the storm for us. The thing is... What? Nothing. Forget it. So, where are you going now, Mr. Sloanes? The ventilator in the hermit's playing up. I've got to call the maintenance fellow and get him to take a closer look at it. I see. Bianca, if you got something to say, spit it out, lass. No, really, it's nothing. Alright then, if you're sure, I'll be off. Make sure you see all the shin plaster jobs as well, won't you? Yes, I will. Golly, they're in a real fix, aren't they? We didn't get the rotten mongrels that did this. Or mongrel. Ah, Miss Layton, I didn't see you there. How's the investigation coming along? Pretty good. We've got half an idea of what went on. We got half a bit of clues. Well, I think we just like to have a word with Miss Teller again. Be my guest. Ta-ta for now, then. Oh, it's you. I thought you were supposed to be investigating the robbery for us. Yes, that's what we're doing. Well, I'm a very busy woman, so there's something you need from me. Could we keep it short, please? I actually need to talk to you. So, you want to ask me something? Yes, that's right. I understand that the disappearance of the money from the vault hasn't been made public yet. Obviously, the bank doesn't intend to keep something like this a secret forever. But there could be repercussions far beyond the Layman's Reserve Bank itself. What do you mean? I mean that the disappearance of £100 million is likely to cause widespread financial uncertainty. And not just in London, all over the country. People will panic. Ah, so it's not just a isolated incident. It could cause a bank run all over the world. That could be a problem. Or, no, just all over the country in general. But that could be a problem if it gets out and starts spreading. If one of the biggest banks in the world suddenly lost a bunch of money, I would imagine a lot of people would be panicked and would withdraw from their own banks. It could be a much bigger problem than shown in the game. That's why I've asked Inspector Hastings to keep this matter quiet until we sort it out as best we can. When the time is right, we'll issue a press release and the bank will take a full responsibility for any areas where it is handling the situation has been less than perfect. I see, thank you. That explains it. Gosh, miss, I knew it was serious, but I didn't realize it was this serious. We have to find that missing money. These papers here. That's private bank business, thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry. It becomes a habit, you see, when you're a detective. You do seem to have an awful lot of documents there, though, Miss Teller. What, these? They're all insurance documents, not that it's anything to do with you. I didn't realize the Layman's Reserve Bank offered insurance as well. Is it a new line of business you're pursuing? No, this isn't insurance for our customers. It's our own insurance. All that for your own insurance? The bank takes our insurance against unforeseen mishaps and the like. If there was a fire or something unforeseen disaster, we get a payout to cover any losses. Well, this is certainly an unforeseen disaster, isn't it? A bank robbery on this scale. Yes, that's true. It just goes to show you never know what's around the corner. So the bank is insured. Huh. So they have insurance. Alright, that's 4 out of 6. So the bank is insured against this kind of thing, then. The Layman's Reserve Bank has insurance to protect itself in case of natural disaster or theft. It would normally be compensated for losses out of its control. There's a safe. Oh, look at this cute little safe. A world apart from the vault we were looking at before, isn't it? Perhaps we should install a safe like that in the office, miss. Sadly, Ernest, I don't have anything valuable enough to put in a safe, or much money to speak of. And you've already got a safe place for all your documents piled high on your desk. You're interested in my safe now, are you? Well, obviously it's tiny compared to the Hermit 5000, but Mr. Sloan says this one put in as well. So it was made by his company as well? Yes, although I don't know much about his business affairs outside of the bank. Apparently he markets these little safes as being as tough as this bank's vault. Your boss is a very shrewd businessman, obviously. Yes, he is. Mr. Sloan is the perfect example of a manager as far as I'm concerned. Until now, he's mainly focused on the financial sector. But I think he's intending to branch out into other areas from now on. Gosh, he really is a very impressive man. Yes, it's quite extraordinary in that just 10 years, the Layman's Reserve Bank has opened branches all over the country. Huh. Well, I think we got the information we needed now. Thank you, Miss Teller. I don't see what any of this has to do with the robbery. What a waste of time. Don't worry, I assure you that we'll track down the missing money. Well, I'm not holding out much hope. Oh, don't you think that I'm up to the task? What? Oh, no, I don't mean that. It doesn't matter. Once all this is blown over, I expect I'll be saying goodbye to my role as general manager in any case. But that's not fair. I mean, it's not your fault, is it, Miss Teller? It's the fault of whoever stole the money. Even so, the buck stops with me. I have to take responsibility for the bank's problems. And I don't imagine... Well, I can't see you catching the criminals in any case. Oh, don't worry, Miss Teller. Miss Layton's never been stumped by a mystery yet. I've got no doubt she'll figure out who did this. Never been stumped. Well, I suppose I should be reassured. Huh. Alright. Okay, well, back to the lobby, then. Did you find out anything useful talking to Bianca, then? Yes, she was very helpful, thank you. Although, I don't think she believed that when I said I was asking to be relevant to the case. Not relevant? What on earth are you wasting your time for, then? Oh, no, it's not a waste of time. Sometimes what seems irrelevant at first can later turn out to be a crucial piece of information. So really, any topic of conversation at all could be considered vital to the case. Yes, well, I suppose I can relate to that. It's the same in business. Oh, really? Talking to your business partners face-to-face is the only way you can get to know them. And them you. They say the most new business starts from an informal chat. So I fully understand how important it is to talk with folks. It's just a shame. Well, not that I'm the greatest conversationalist myself. No, I can see that. Miss, perhaps you shouldn't be quite so brutally honest? Come to think of it, I haven't had a good chat with Bianca for a while. Not a proper one, anyway. We used to have some quite involved conversations about business and the like. Oh, I didn't realize you and she had that kind of relationship. She's a cranking businesswoman, is Bianca. Always seeking perfection. I have no qualms leaving the running of the bank in her hands all these years. Anyway, I think I've done enough gassing, don't you? That's something about you, Miss Layton. I'll find just myself telling you my stuff. I suppose that's the detective in you, eh? I suppose it is. Well, anyway, back to the matter at hand. What's your next move with the investigation? Yes, I was thinking I'd like to have a look around outside the bank. Outside? Is that relevant? Haha, you really keep people guessing, don't you, lass? Well, I'm looking forward to hearing your take on the whole affair once you've finished your investigations. Okay. Outside the bank? What are we sniffing around outside for, Kat? The robberies happened inside the bank. That's true, Cheryl, but other than the missing 100 million in notes, we haven't found a single trace of criminal activity inside. So I was wondering if we might be better luck out here, asking people if they noticed anything unusual last night or in the morning. Yes, perhaps someone might even have seen the culprit. Let's start asking people. That's odd. What is it? Me and Cheryl were on the same wavelength. I didn't even realize that's what he said. Look at that. That banner is hanging down from the bank building up there. There's something not right about it. Wow, touchy. No, I mean, there's something strange about it. I just can't put my finger on it. Alright, then we can investigate the banner at the same time but as asking people out here if they notice anything. Huh. There must be a bit of a breeze today. The long banner with the bank logo on it is swaying gently. Look. Ah, now that there's an idea. A banner with the Layton Detective Agency logo hanging from the eaves of the office building. If you were to look up close to that thing, I'm sure it would look enormous, I should think. Okay. What about you? Maybe around here. I found a few in the gutter before. Can we help you? I'm rather wizard at finding things, actually. Ah, who are you? And who says I'm looking for something anyway? Well, you did. Just now, you were saying how you'd found a few things in the gutter before. No, I didn't. I didn't say anything. You're hearing things. You wanted to get your ears cleaned. Shady. Definitely shady. Alright, what about you? Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you'd noticed anything strange around here. Say last night or this morning? Sorry, what? I don't know, really? This is the so-called business district. Open bracket, boring, close bracket. After hours, everyone goes home and it's pretty deserted. If anything had happened here last night or early this morning, I doubt anyone would have been here to see it. Oh, I see. Great, there goes that idea. Eddie! Ma's busy cooking up his next idea for a film, I think. You can't keep that old fool down. Oh, never mind. That doesn't... there's a thing here. Aha, I've got it. I know what's not right about that banner. It's left. In other words, there isn't one on the other side, so it looks unbalanced. Unbalanced? Yes, I suppose it does miss. You wouldn't expect to see one hanging down the other side of the bank entrance as well. Barclays would never have only one banner. I don't suppose it could have had anything to do with the robbery? I wonder if it could be possibly connected. Do you see what I see? That young man over there, you mean? Yeah, he's been loitering around here looking dodgy for a while now. He's hightailing it. He went that way, towards the river. I knew he was suspicious from the beginning. Sure, Cat, it was all you. Nothing to do with old Sherlock Holmes here. He was clearly behaving strangely ever since we spotted him. Well, I thought so anyway. Thank you, Ernest. Oh, anyway, after him. This case is hotting up. I think we might just have found the lead we've been looking for. Oh, he left. Alright, hightailing it. Hightail it to the river. Alright, the bank of the river, along with what runs a present footpath. Okay. Where'd he go? He must have come this way. Perhaps he slipped off during the side street or something. Well, I think it would be worth asking people around here if they've seen anyone suspicious. I just saw the splash there. I bet it was a fish. Sure, you must be careful with those railings. You could slip through. I've thought of this before, actually, but wouldn't you say that those railings are a little too thin? How about you, Mr. Sailorman? Oh, you got a puzzle. Excuse me, you didn't just see a young man running past, did you? Wearing glasses and acting secretively? Hello, sir? I heard you last. Can't help you, sorry. I have enough problems on my own in the minute anyway. I can't believe I lost it. It means the world to me, that picture, so it does. Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you drop it somewhere, perhaps? Oh, you're the one of those, are you? Of course I dropped it, you daft idiot. It was in my shirt pocket, but it must have fallen out. I looked all over it, but I just can't find it anywhere. There was a fair wind just before the dawn this morning, so I expect it's been blown away. Tell you what, why don't you have a good look at that brain teaser I know about a photo? I could do without that. Alright, we're doing a photo, brain teaser. Alright, picture the scene. What is it? There's a girl selling ice cream at the stall on the viewing platform. A boy with a camera comes along and takes a boy-girl shot. Well, there's a minimum number of people that could have been in the viewing platform when the photo was taken. Hmm. There's a girl selling ice cream. I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Perhaps. That wasn't right. Oh, fiddlesticks.
Okay, never mind. It's gotta be something. It's gotta be something stupid and simple. Menu. Do I need a hint? Yes. The people mentioned in the question are the girl working at the stall, the boy with the camera, and the girl and boy in the picture. Let's try, no. 4? Because the guy could also be in the picture himself.
Miss Layton would never have got that wrong.
Okay, let's try again.
If you'll entertain my idea here.
Ah. It was the simplest illusion. I'm an idiot. Okay, thank you. You did. The girl boy shot was the girl working at the stall and the boy with the cameras. Ah. Picture scene has been added to the puzzle index. You required the recipe for some time. Stone the crows. That was not bad. I'm impressed, so I am. Hang on. Now what's this now? Have you found something? Me photo. I thought I lost it, but it was after finding it in my other pocket. Arr, what an idiot I am. Well, that's smashing. I'm pleased for you. So remind me, what is it you wanted before? You said you were looking for your specs, was it? No, we're looking for a young man wearing glasses. A very suspicious-looking young man. And that fellow acting all weird like he's got some big secret? If it's him, you mean, he was headed for the bridge. That's great. Thank you so much. Okay, doke. To the bridge. Where did he go? That suspicious-looking young man. Oh, there's the banner! The little terrier. He's giving us the slip again. Did you see that, Miss Layton? There's a piece of cloth or something flapping around all over there. Look. Oh, yes. Isn't that... It looks like the banner for the bank building. Yeah, the banner of shame. You're right. Why would a banner from the bank have ended up all the way over here? Yes, that is a puzzler. Ah, hello there. Where you see Layton? There's a story in the making, as we say in the office now. So come on, what's the dirt? Over there, you see? There's a banner snagged on the bridge. God blimey, there it is indeed. Perhaps I think this could have something to do with the rather strong wind that was blowing just before dawn this morning. Blew itself out almost straight away, mind you. Yes, I think that would explain how the banner has come to be caught into the bridge there. Got blown by the gale. All the way from the bank? Gosh, it must have been a veritable hurricane. I didn't notice a thing in the night, though. Enough of this windbaggery now. Dish the dirt. Come on, methinks you're working on a case, eh? What's the deal? Remember not to mention the 100 million... The money cat. Don't worry, Cheryl. I'm afraid we've got nothing to tell you, Doug. I'm just out walking my dog. I'd like to believe that, but my dirt alarm is beeping like a radar on the blitz. No sign of that suspicious-looking chap here after all. Might as well head off the bridge then, I suppose. I'll lead the way, cat. Yes, alright. So the banner was blown here a strong gust of wind. A very strong gust, in fact. Alright, that's an interesting piece of trivia, then information. Strong gust just before dawn. Alright, we're piecing it together. So there was a strong gust of wind. Strong gust just late last night. It seems there was a strong gust of wind that swept in the Thames from the direction of the bank. The bank's banner was carried away. Okay. I wonder if someone from the bank will come to retrieve that banner. We should let them know if it's here, I think. Huh. You haven't by any chance seen a suspicious individual. Dog, you haven't seen a suspicious-looking chap wearing glasses shuffling around these parts, have you? What's this? What's this? So you're investigating something. I knew it. No, we're just looking for him to ask him something, that's all. Well, I'm sorry to say I'm the one who just got here myself. So I haven't seen the aforementioned gent, no. The towers are really quite tall structures, aren't they? They're very redefined in British design. The towers of Tower Bridge, I think. Do you think perhaps we could visit the viewing area at the top of the tower sometime, miss? Just us? Aw, Ernest. Hey, it's Cheryl's dog friend again. Oh, look, Cheryl, it's your doggy friend again. Oh, him. You might as well ask him if he's seen the chap we're looking for, Cheryl. Yes, he might have some useful information. Alright, I'll go and say a quick woof and see what he knows. How's it hanging, Hound? Still sleuthing? Yep, afraid so. You really work too hard, you know that? So, what are you chasing today? A dodgy-looking guy wearing glasses. Looks like he's hunting for something the whole time. Have you seen anyone like that? Well, there was a guy kind of like that who walked past not long ago. I remember because he wasn't looking where he was going and nearly trod on my paw. That sounds like our man. Which way did he go? Just over there, Hounds, across to the opposite side of the river. Can't say if he's still there now, though. Well, thanks anyway. That's a big help. I owe you one. Hey, Hounds help Hounds, right? But yeah, I tell you what. Right now, I'm good for eats, but when the going gets tough, maybe you could share one of your bones with me sometime? No problem. I got some biscuits with your name on them for dessert, too. Haha, now you're talking, Hound. Well, did you find anything out, Cheryl? He saw our man not long ago. Apparently he was headed for the other side of the river. Over the bridge? Alright, you're not getting away from us this time, Mr. Shady. Okay. Okay, let's go chase after him and see if we can figure things out. Alright, off to the bank. Well? He's gotta be here, around here somewhere. Hello! Hello, it's my friend. Ah, detectives, I'm going out, but there's a problem. A problem? Would it help to tell us about it? No, yes, the problem is puzzled. This one. Oh, thank you. Alright, ride the rails. What are we doing? There are 4 railways running parallel to each other, and each have 4 stations. It costs £2 to travel through unlimited stations on one railway line. It costs 1 per station to travel on a bus. Links vertically adjacent station on different railway lines. What is the cheapest possible route from the station to the bottom left, taking all 3 of the red stations along the way? There are no other possible methods of transport. Huh. Well, if that's the start. Well. Let's see. Costs 2 to take the train. There's only 2 buses. Alright, so to start, we would have to take the bus up to the top, take the railroad through that way, go down through that, and then, let's see. $1, 3, 4, 5? I want to say it's 5?
I've seen how to solve this now.
No?
What's the matter with me today?
Apparently not. I was wrong. Bad luck, you seem to have gotten your fare calculation wrong. Industrial unlimited stations. Two, then 1, 3, 7. 7 is the lowest possible. Pretty sure. Because you can ride the bus, because you can ride the train all the way through and get that first station. And then you would have to go back, and then it would loop around to the start. And you would take it, and you could take it up by paying the bus that way. Well, I'm thinking up. Let's see. It went 2, up 3, over, 4, 5, up 6, 8? Eight, I think.
I've seen how to solve this now. What's the matter with me today?
Apparently not. Okay, doke. Try again? I don't have a hint, so unfortunately I'm going into this blind. Let's see. Well, if you're on this, it'll already... 2. Oh. Is it... Oh, is it a bus between each one? Is it a bus between each row? That might change things. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. No, I'm just trying to... Let's see. Back? 9?
This should do it, I think.
No?
What's the matter with me today?
This is puzzling me. Unless I might be an idiot. It's not showing me it's the end, so as far as I know, they're looping through. So it could just be 2.
This is an interesting one. Not good, Catriel, not good.
Damn. Okay. That's not it either. I have to get through all the red stations, right? I could walk. I could walk and make it to 0. Is that it?
This is an interesting one. Oh,
No.
that's not like me.
Apparently not. Apparently I am wrong again. I would have assumed that you could just walk. That could have been an interesting way to do it. Just have it be like, oh, no, you can just walk. Bottom left. $1, $3. $4. 6? I don't know.
I've seen how
Please
to
be
solve
it.
this now.
Please be it.
What's the matter with me today?
I don't have a hint, do I? I don't think I have a hint coin in my Do I? Let's check. I don't think I picked up a hint coin. No, I don't have any hint coins. Okay. So I gotta do this completely on my own. This is gonna be interesting. Let's see. Starting from the bus, but which mean we're already on a train. Would we already be on a train? That means 0 for that. Then we can take a bus up there. That's $1. Get on that train there. That would be $3. Take it over here. Get on that bus. That's another $1. $4. It's still 6. Or I can just take it $1, $3 over to this one, $4. It's still $6. Unless.
This should do it, I think. What's the matter with me today?
Okay, I give up. What is it? I give up. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to try and solve this. Well, let's... see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Eight? I've tried 8 before, but let's see if it works.
I've seen how to solve
I've
this now.
tried.
Oh, that's not like me.
Apparently, I'm not good enough at the math. This should be pretty simple. No. Actually, yes, I want to come back later. Puzzle is very tricksy. How do you solve? I have no idea. Okay, I can't actually ask for information. I've got... Excuse me, Mr. Fisher. You haven't seen a suspicious-looking chap passing by this way, have you? We're looking for him. A suspicious-looking chap? Fishy, you mean? I may have one. Yes, or did I? Is this puzzle... It's this puzzle my old man sent me once. See, I feel like I can't concentrate on anything else lately. Or can I? I am afraid you rather lost me. God, it's no use. If I can't get this puzzle out of my mind, I'll never be able to think about anything else ever again. Ever! I gotta solve a puzzle to actually move forward, don't I? Puzzle level 8, crate crowding. You need to get through the storeroom, but there are countless crates in different shapes and sizes blocking your way. Select a crate and hold down A to move it up, down, left, or right. Create a path through the storeroom in front of the entrance. Okay. I think I got it. Yep. Now I can get through. That's it.
For breakfast. I ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Alright, we solved it. You did. It's great moving crates. Okay, I solved the puzzle. Now I can actually move the story forward. Alright, crate crowding. We solved 36 puzzles. Okay. Require the recipe for choosing my sake. Okay. Brilliant. Now I know the answer to that puzzle. I feel like I can clearly again at last. Now, what were you saying? We were wondering if you'd seen a suspicious-looking chap around here not long ago. Wearing glasses? Oh, yes, I remember. You've seen him? Do you think he looked fishy at all? Well, I can't really say if he was fishy or not. That's not my thing. But I'd see a fellow wearing glasses. He was waving about like a lost soul. Seemed to be headed for the wharf, I think. The wharf? Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Fisher. If we hurry, we might catch up with him, miss. Ah, over by the wharf. Okay, there's not much else he can do. He can't really run from me now. Ew, this little scamp's leading us all around the houses. I wish I had sweat glands. Don't worry, Cheryl. I think it's nearly over. Today's pavement pounding, that is. Pavement pound? Don't say that. I know you get edgy when you're near Battersea. Hehe, I think we cornered our man at last. He's not going to get away this time. No, he's not. There he is. Found him. Aha! Here you are. Not you again. Who are you anyway? We'd like to ask you a few questions, that's all. Why? I don't even know you. Look, I'm busy, alright? Get out of my way. Got itchy paws, have you? Sorry, I'm afraid we must insist. Well, stop blocking my way. We simply want to ask you some questions, that's all. Why were you desperate to get away? Because you're a bank robber, perhaps? That's it, Pinstripes. Lay it on him now. Make him squirm. Bank robber? What are you talking about? That's crazy. The only thing I know about bank robbery is this. Oh, a puzzle. A light security. Huh. There's a mysterious thief after the treasure. Keep the jewels safe by activating the security system. Surround the two jewels with lit-up panels to protect them. Selecting a panel will make it light up red. Then, with the security system active, the adjacent panel in the direction of that arrow lights up, and then it continues across the number of panels in the sequence. Which panel needs to be lit up first? Not that one. Let's see. Not that one. Let's see. No, that's not it. I think that's one.
This is an interesting one.
Goeth.
Oh, that's not like me.
No, it is not. That was my mistake. Try again. Okay, I need to work out where it goes.
I've seen how to
Okay, that protects one, but not all of them.
Oh, that's not like me.
Okay, that's not it either. Let's see. Try again? Let's see. That's not it. Let's try that one.
to solve this now. Not good, Catriel, not good.
Okay. Try again. Let's see. No, that can keeps
Do it, I
going.
think. What's the matter with me
No,
today?
that's not it. Let's see. I need to do this to be able to progress the story, so I need to figure this one out. Because I don't think... Because he's not going to talk to me unless I do this one. I can't skip this one. That just keeps going. Try it.
I
Perfect.
see how to solve this now. And that's how it's done.
Okay, that one was easy. You did. The security system has been successfully activated. Now the thief can't get anywhere near. Alright, puzzle solved. There's no way someone like me could rob a bank, is there? I mean, think about it. You don't fit the typical pattern I made. Bank robbers don't tend to linger about out in the streets. That's what I've been telling you the whole time. In that case, what were you doing outside the bank before? You were looking for something, weren't you? No. You cheeky little mongrel. Ah, get your dog under control. He keeps growling at me. Yes, and if you don't start telling us the truth, he's going to sink his teeth into your behind. First the left cheek, then the right. Now who's being cheeky? That is not in my contract. Ah, alright, I'll tell you the truth. I was picking up money outside the bank. Money? Yeah, I don't know why, but I kept finding 50s lying around on the street. So then I started looking around for more. I found some by the river, too, and on the bridge. I wasn't really looking at where I was going most of the time. I was just following the notes. You mean you haven't deliberately been running away from us? I didn't even know you were chasing me. Oh, it sounds rather like we've been pursuing the wrong man. Although that's interesting. Why was there just a bunch of notes lying around? Yeah, I think he's telling the truth. That was a dull lead. But why is he finding all these banknotes around the place? Yes, that's curious. And the worst thing is... What? He's getting to them before I am. Those notes should have been mine. Cat, behave yourself. Sorry, Cheryl, only joking. I don't want my behind bitten. I don't bite behinds. I don't bite anything apart from my tongue most of the time. Haha, so, banknotes lying around on the street by the Layman's Reserve Bank, on the bridge and along the river. We solved the puzzle! Scatter banknotes. Alright, that solved it. Let's see. Let's see what Miss Layton actually comes up with. Case complete! Alright, scatter banknotes. There are banknotes scattered all over the bank itself and along the river. Suspicious looking man heading for the wharf seemed to be collecting them. Solve it! Solve this case? Yes, we're doing that. Okay. That's it, no question. The mystery is history. You've solved it, miss? Oh, splendid! In that case, we should head back to the bank, shouldn't we? Gather all the relevant parties? Yes, there's just something that I need to take care of first. Ernest, could you get in touch with everyone and let them know the situation? Of course, leave it to me. Cat, are you sure you've cracked it? You haven't got the wrong end of the stick or anything. No pressure or anything, but, you know, 100 million quid? Relax, Cheryl. My deduction is as safe as houses. Let's just hope it's safer than the bank's safe was. Alright. Did I get the right message, Cat? Have you really cracked it? Where's the 100 million, then? Patience, Inspector. Let's wait for Miss Teller to arrive, shall we? You can fill her in later. Miss Sloane's is here. I'm sure you can wait to find out the truth. Either, can you, sir? I think we should wait for Bianca, like the last says. You do? Alright, well, if that's how you feel, then. I'm sure she won't be long anyway. Ernest has already gone to fetch her. Ah, here she is, you see. Apparently you think you found the missing money? Good, now everybody's here. Let's go to the vault and talk about what happened. Alright, time for the ending cutscene where she puts everything together, right?
Hearing that £100 million had disappeared, we all naturally assumed that someone had stolen it, or hidden it somewhere. But in fact, it literally did disappear.
I get it. Yes, it's all about perspective, eh? It disappeared because it was never there in the first place.
Oh, it was there. But the question is, where is it now? And the answer is gone with the wind.
You've
Ah.
got to stop watching that film, Cat.
All those crisp notes, carried away on the breeze to become the property of the vast sky, where greed and wealth mean nothing.
Have I mentioned this nice little place I know, where people look after you in crisp coats? Crisp, white coats.
The money is gone. It's the property of the heavens now. Isn't that right?
Oh, hell.
You can't be serious.
Yes, Miss Layton. You're right. Well done.
Kill me now, or tell me it's the 1st of April. Explain before my head explodes.
Alright.
A vault for such large sums of money naturally calls for extremely thick, impenetrable walls. As a result, the interior is a hermetically sealed environment. A completely airtight box. No one could steal anything from such a place, surely.
Yeah, exactly. And that would include the room.
Sealed environments need aircon to stop their contents spoiling. And that's the key to this case. Sadly, the brand new air conditioning unit in the vault malfunctioned on the night in question, leaving a near vacuum inside. Early this morning, the poor, unsuspecting branch manager came in to check on the vault, opening the door and breaking the seal.
Ah.
The sudden rush of external air caused all the notes to be sucked into the ventilation system and ejected out into the night sky over London.
Ah. So all the money's in the air. So all the money just spit out. Yeah, all the money apparently just spit out of the air conditioning system because it's been on the fritz. That makes sense, actually.
While a theft would have entitled the bank to an insurance payout, an accident like this is the bank's responsibility.
So who's actually to blame then?
If I had to identify a culprit in this case, it would be the person from the bank who resolved to dress up the truth as grand larceny. The Layman's Reserve Bank's general manager, you, Miss Teller.
Huh.
Oh, I've given my all to this bank over the years. And it's over now, I suppose. I can't possibly hope to keep my job after this.
Can't you?
Sorry.
I don't want you to quit, Bianca.
Mr. Sloanes. But I...
Miss Layton explained everything to me earlier, so I got the boffins on the job. By analysing the wind direction, we worked out a plan and sent out the cleaners to fetch the money back. We got about 80% of it. Damage control, you could say.
Really? Oh, thank goodness.
That's not to say the remaining 20% isn't going to sting. At £20 million, that's quite a loss.
Of course.
But in some ways, 20 million is a small price to pay.
Sorry?
That new vault, the Hermit 5000, is a product of one of my affiliate companies. If we hadn't identified this malfunction before we'd sold it to countless other banks, we could have been in for damages far exceeding 20 million.
Yeah, because if every bank had the Hermit 5000 installed in their banks, it would just send all the money from all those banks just shooting up into the air just like this one did. That could have been really bad. That could have caused every bank in the world to just lose their money in a single night.
I arranged it that my vault manufacturing firm will compensate the loss. The bank can continue to operate as normal.
Oh,
Okie doke.
Mr. Sloan. Thank you so much.
You okay?
Oh, I hope you'll continue to do the sterling work you've done up to now for the bank.
Definitely.
Okay. I must say, that was a truly inspiring piece of detective work. Hear that, Cat? Pinstripes is a big fan. Like the surprising cause of this whole case. I don't know if you worked it out, Cat. I don't know how you worked it out. Okay, never mind. No one else could have ever arrived at such an obscure truth, I'm quite sure. You're a sensation, miss. Haha, thank you, Ernest. Oh, that reminds me. You received these flowers earlier. I'll put them in a vase later. Oh, they're beautiful. Who sent them? Mr. Sloane's, miss. He said he wanted to thank you again for your help sorting everything out. He's a little overbearing to look at, but he's a very kind man, actually. Yeah, I can't believe he didn't give us the general manager of his the boot. I think perhaps he's misunderstood because of his appearance. Yeah, he looks like a goddamn bad guy. He doesn't look like the kind of guy who would be a morally upstanding citizen. He doesn't look like that kind of person. I'll have to tell him it would be nice to meet informally sometime and chat about something other than business. You're a braver person than me, Cat. Apparently, Mr. Shinplash, the branch manager, has regained consciousness again now, and his legs are on the mend too. The lucky guy missed the whole thing. It's amazing to think that 20 million pounds is still missing, though, isn't it? I wonder where it all ended up. Not in my pocket, sadly. Not even one note. I know, it's like a dream, isn't it? Money just raining down from the sky. Yes, that would be amazing. Wait. The money you put in your dress drawer before. Miss Layton, don't tell me you... Of course not, Ernest. That was payment for solving the case. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply. Pinstripes. After the incident, the bank had a brand new vault installed, the Hermit Mega Safe. Now the Layman's Reserve Bank has the very safest of safes and the most balanced of banners. Who could fail to trust them with their hard-earned cash? Save my progress. Alright. Well, that's that. We solved the puzzle. So, that was an interesting case. I wasn't expecting it to just, you know, for the money to just blow out through the air ventilation system and into the night. That was an interesting twist. I didn't really understand how that was possible, but apparently it happened. So apparently that's where the money went. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but the money's gone now. They got most of it, but there's still 20 million left. And they invested in a new safe, which now no longer has that issue. So, hopefully the bank learns from their lesson and there's never going to be another issue like this again. But, in any case, that's the end of this episode of Layton's Detective Agency. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also check out my Patreon in the description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month. It really helps me out, and you guys get access to a bunch of cool perks on my way saying thanks. So be sure to check those out in the description below as well. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!